Bloody hell, sweating here. Boiling. Baking. Roasting. Oh, it's like a sauna. Furnace. Oh, I left a bit, darling. You could fry an egg on my stomach. It wouldn't lap this up. Fabulous. Fantastic. Fan-dabby-dozy-tastic.
Big John! Go on, Dad! Go on, Dad! Go on, son! Give it to him, Dad! Show it his boss! Come on! Come on, Johnny!
I'm Peter Fury, and don't forget to subscribe to Porky's Corner, because I've been a helmet of the month and you need to listen to me. Yeah? So follow him, yeah? And get the fella some followers up, for Christ's sake. He wears his heart on his sleeve, he's a good man, Russ. So follow Porky's Corner, he says it as it is, and you know, I appreciate the helmet of the month, Russ. No problem.
No problem, thank you very much.
You're welcome, mate.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner. You know, don't you? You know, that's why you've tuned in. Thank you to everybody for liking and subscribing and sharing the videos and watching longer and leaving a comment. Today I'm joined by Micky Theo. We haven't had him on for a bit because he doesn't really bother with social media now, but thought we'd have him on just for a bit of Christmas cheer, goodwill to all men and that. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate.
We're joined by Rocky today. Say hello, Rocky. Ooh.
Yo, Rocky, what's happening?
He's all right. He's a bit quiet tonight. Yeah. Are you busy, Mick, down there in a sunny Essex?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. We're doing a few motors here and there and bits and pieces, as we do.
You shifted a few land, not few. You've shifted that Land Cruiser, didn't you? Your farm.
Yeah.
Good sellers, aren't they?
Top 4x4 they are.
Yeah.
I think I see a lot of travellers with them sort of vehicles.
Yeah, Tyson Fury said to me, "What car are you going to get next?" I said, "I want something for winter." He said, "Get a Land Cruiser." I said, "They're too big." So get a RAV4, and I've had it since 2015. I got it when it was 4-year-old, and it never lets me down. Bang on. They're just bulletproof, aren't they, Toyotas?
Never go wrong.
Yeah, ideal for winter and getting up hills.
And the snow and all that.
Yeah, in village, down into village where I'm from, there's an hill called Stubbins Hill, and nobody could get up it a couple of years ago in bad weather. X5, X6, couldn't get up it. Range Rover couldn't get up it. I went up it with 4-wheel drive button on, because they only go up to 25, don't they, mile an hour, and then it cuts off. Went up it and then came down. It stopped halfway down at black ice and went up it in reverse. While all the rest of them were taking runs up at it. So that tickled me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, people think go fast up the hill, but that's not about it. Go a steady pace up the hill, you know what I mean? You start whamming it and it gets caught and it starts spinning, then you lose traction. So you got to keep it at a steady pace, 20 miles an hour, and away you go. Keep the 20 miles an hour. Don't put your foot down and it'll climb. As long as your tires are good, you're going to go up.
Yeah.
You know what? Most guys, you don't need 4x4s. Most guys will get up there if you don't have to enter that hill in the correct way. You know?
Yeah. So cheers, Tyson, for that advice. There's a lot of boxing going on, mate. We'll come to that shortly. Have you heard anything from Big John Fury, big fighting man, in Ring or Not Hard Round? Have you heard of Mick?
Make yourself known, mate, and you can have it there and then on the spur of the moment, pal. I don't need training camps. I don't need time to get fit. I'm 24 hours ready.
How am I going to hear from him? I mean, you know,
He's back on scene.
He's back on scene doing what he's doing. Good luck to him, you know what I mean? He's doing it for whatever cause he's doing it for, you know. I mean, he's spent a lot of time with his dad. Good luck to him. And young Tommy, I mean, Tommy seems a nice kid.
Here! You're a bum boy!
Just getting on with his life and his boxing career. I don't know whether John's in the way of it, but you know what? It is what it is. If they match and they get on together, well, you know, it's father and son, isn't it? So let them crack on, and I wish them all the luck.
You know when Tommy knocks you out, don't you? You're going to bend your girlfriend over and do her like a dog in front of you.
Blimey.
Well, obviously, them last billboards that we put up, you give them a deadline like August 14th, and no happened, did it? So, do you think that boat's sailed now? You and him ever getting it on Mick, or because he went quiet for ages, and then after that August thing, he sort of like piped up a few weeks after, didn't he? And he's been piping up ever since.
Russ, let me say one thing. If he wants it, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to chase him. You know, I've done enough chasing. I don't chase anymore. It's now down to call me out if he wants it. And the answer to that will be yes, let's do it. Yeah, we'll set a date and we'll go for it. Yeah, end of story.
Pop, pop, bang! On the floor. End of.
Yeah. All right. Did you see press conference where Jake Paul and Big John?
I did.
What do you think?
Honest opinion? I'd say what Eddie Hearn said. You know, exact words what Eddie said. I'll say the same thing. I think he was a little bit, you know, the language that was used in that. You know, you got millions of people viewing these sort of things. You know, proper sportsmen, proper people that's up for this fight, viewing the fight, obviously, and fans and all that all around the world. And to act like that was a little bit below the belt, I think. You know, when you're at that level in boxing, I mean, look, Tommy hasn't really hit a level at the moment because everyone's obviously slagging him off, saying he fought bums and this and that. But listen, at least he's got a chance to prove it in America, yeah? And the last thing you want is a father figure, that's what I call him, a father figure, acting the way he is. You know, normally the father figure is meant to put, you know, your kids in the right perspective and the right manners. You know, that's what you grow up with, what you talk to, you know. And obviously, unfortunately, John wasn't showing that father figure, professional father figure off. He wants to do what he wants to do and act the way he wants to act. So you know what? I can't speak for him. You're asking me a question. I'm telling you, I think it was a bit below the belt. It should have been a bit more professional. At the end of the day, as they both said, they're robbing the bank. It's money for nothing. Yeah.
You're going to bend your girlfriend over and do her like a dog.
They should have been humbled, gone over there, done the business, come back with a nice robbery from the bank and go again for the rematch if there was one, you know. You don't get chances like that in life just pop up and spring up from nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
So, listen, I think Tommy's doing all right without that money. You know, he's a man that's come out of Love Island and he's doing what he's doing. He's a good-looking kid. He's young. You know, he's only 22. You know what I mean? He's done well for himself. You know, I'll take my hat off to him. But he didn't need his father getting in the way. Yeah, no disrespect to his father, but he didn't need his father getting in the way and doing and saying and acting the way he did, like an immature man. And I think Tommy would go a long way without all that. He should have done it himself, obviously. Tyson's done his bit. Listen, I love Tyson. I think he's a great fighter. He's done his bit. He said his bit. But listen, it's Tommy's show at the end of the day, you know. I think Tommy should have been there on his own and spoke on his own, and I think he would have handled it more professional way. That's my views.
Did you think?
I think there'd be a lot of people's views as well.
Did you think that they should have been out in America at that press conference? Because that were
100%.
Do you think that as soon as they had to do that via Zoom, that or whatever it were called, live, whatever, he were in Florida, that Jake guy, and they were in England. You think that Jake then thought these are not going to come, these, because they kept delaying not going out, didn't they? They kept moving date back, and you think that maybe they didn't want to fight all along, and that they just wanted the PR? What do you think?
No idea, Russ. All I'm saying is, listen, if someone's got a chance, 1,000,000 to 1 chance to get in a fight in America with Jake Paul, because really, Jake Paul's he's a nobody at the end of the day, isn't he? In the boxing world, yeah. He's calling the shots now because he's putting these big shows on. He's getting the pay-per-views, so he's the governor at the moment, isn't he? So if he's challenging someone, you know, call it on, get the fight on, be all humble about it, and go and rob the bank, as they say. Yeah. You know, but now there's no bank to be robbed because they've messed it up. Yeah. One, not turning up in America for the obviously for the conference, which was a must. Now, answer yourself the question. Answer the question. Why haven't they turned up on that? It's a big fight. It's robbing a bank. All you got to do is go up there, look at the bank, and you've got the money. You know, they should have gone over there, but they didn't. You know, for whatever instance they didn't, I don't know. You know what I mean? But it'll all come out. Number two, press conference completely out of shame. How it was handled by the Furies. It could have been more professional. Like Eddie Hearn said, you know, and then for John going slag off Eddie Hearn and say he's going to bury him was another, you know, silly thing to say, you know, on social media. Social media bunter, like John says, it's this, it's that. But when I was saying it and I was doing it, I was getting slagged off by John for it. You know what I mean? I was getting slagged off from calling him a chicken, and you know, and his manager, like forgot his name out the head. Spencer, sorry, my head's just not thinking straight. Spencer Brown, a weasel. I mean, that's fucking low, isn't it? It's level 1 compared to level 10. They're hitting it out. And I still apologise for saying that. But listen, like John says, it's all social media. He is what he is, and take it how it comes, and that's it, you know. And if it's that, it's that. You know what I mean? You can't. John's not like a kid to start teaching in the right way in life. He should have obviously come to that already, and been more professional in the way he speaks, and especially now I think he's got a job with BBC, and he's up there, and you know, he's got a good job, and they want professional people talking on these shows, not people that are jumping up and telling people bend over and we'll give you that and stick it up your missus and all that. You can't talk like that on TV.
I'm washed out, finished.
You know, it doesn't wash with these people. They're professional people. But it is what it is. It's been said, it's been done, and it's news. You know, it's what it is, you know.
Do you know, looking back, Mick, 20 months ago, do you regret that day seeing John on internet offering people out, and you saying, yeah, I'll accept it, I'm over 50, because he offered any man out over 50. Do you regret accepting John's challenge 20 months ago and putting yourself in the mix?
I believe I'm the best 54-year-old man in the world. I'm the fittest, I know that. I'm the best 54-year-old man on the planet. I'm going to prove it anytime, any place, anywhere, for free or for money.
I came across an article on YouTube regarding John Fury offering out Dana Whites. He says he is the fittest 54-year-old man on the planet. I don't believe that. I'm 56 years of age, and I believe I'm fitter than you, John. I believe I could beat you in a proper boxing match, me and you. And you know what? We can do it for a good cause. Coronavirus. The world is suffering. People are dying. I send my love out to the NHS. They working round the clock, 24 hours for all them poor people who are dying in this world. Maybe me and you can get this fight on and help the charity, help the NHS. Come on, John, me and you can do it together. God bless you, mate. No, I don't. Why would I want to regret it? It's something that's coming into my life. It happened for a reason, Russ. It's flashed up on my phone, you know what I mean? And I look in here and I'm playing the video. I don't really know John at the time. I knew Tyson, you know, great fighter. Knew of Tommy, but didn't really know or heard. I sort of see flashes of John here and there, but I looked at it and I heard what he said, and I thought, he's saying he's 50, I think 54 at the time. I think he was nearly 56, wasn't he? He's telling people he's 56 now, but he's not. He's coming up to 58. He's 57 and a half. He's 6 months younger than me, isn't he? Yeah. I've just turned 58. No more 56. He's 58 now today. You know what I mean? You know? So we're talking about the best 54-year-old, but hang about, we're 58. He was 56 at the time. So, you know, and I thought, anyway, if he's 54 and I'm 56, I'm still better than him in my mind, in my head, and in what I think. Yeah. And that's when I put the challenge out. I said to my trainer, I said, listen, I want to fight this guy. And he says, you serious? I said, yeah. You know, and I said, get hold of Eddie and get hold of this one, get hold of someone. and then I had to do a shout out myself, you know, because I wanted to fight, yeah. And first of all, he accepted the challenge. Some bodybuilder, this and that, and blah blah blah.
A bodybuilder wants to fight me. That ain't no problem, mate. Don't know you. Don't want to know you. But let me tell you something, mate. You're messing with John Fury here, mate. And I am the best.
And he said, get hold of my manager, Spencer Brown. I didn't have to get hold of Spencer. He rang me the next day, you know. He rang a mutual friend of ours, and was asking questions, can I fight? They wanted to know whether I could fight before they challenged me or before they accepted a fight. I mean, you know, listen, I'm in the gym training. I've been sparring for rounds and rounds and rounds over the years, you know. But I've said I've never had a fight. I've never had to go in the ring and do a white collar fight and get 200 quid, 300 quid. It's me putting people in the ring and sponsoring people and paying them to go in, because I've had businesses and I'm well to do on my own side, you know what I mean? I had a few quid. So I didn't need to go in there for 200 quid. I wasn't desperate. I had a business. I've also had businesses, yeah? So, but when I say on the internet, I've never had a fight in the ring, it's true. I've never had a white collar fight, yeah? I've offered Darren Thompson out, which is a 6'7" guy. I don't know, probably two years before this fight. He didn't want to fight me. He's got 32 wins. He's got 4 belts. He comes in with a big entourage. I was going to fight him. He turned me down. Yeah. Alan Mortlock says he knows the strength of you. What's the wing about? I haven't had a fight in the ring. I ain't got no numbers, 32 numbers like he has. Yeah. He didn't want to fight me, you know. Went over to you know, MTK gym, you know. I spoke to the fella there, the owner. I said, look, I've got a fight coming. He said, I'll come and watch you. I said, no, I'm coming over tomorrow to train. Yeah. He got me some training. And 15 seconds into the first round, the geezer fucking was on the floor. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what scared Mr. Big John Fury, you know. I was up against 6'5" geezer. 15 seconds into the round, I fucking give it to him. Smashed his ribs up. Yeah. He didn't get up after that. And if anyone want to know who I'm talking about, MTK Gym, you know who I'm talking about, the owner, the main man. Go and speak to him. He'll tell you what I've done. Yeah, because he was there and I had a little move around with him before that. Yeah. So there's no bollocks. Maybe he's told certain person and it's got back to John. But anyway, listen, I'm not giving it. Yeah, I'm not giving it. I'm the hard man. I'm this and that. I just know if I got in a ring with John Fury, I'll do it. End of story. That's me inside here and up there.
You don't regret accepting John's challenge then?
Of course I don't.
But
plus, me and you have been on this, well, for a good year and a half.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I've done a bit with a Boominator before, yeah? But anyway, you're on board, you came with me, it was Team Theo, and we've done what we've done, yeah?
It ended up, though, like it was you putting the challenge out, but really the original challenge was put to any man over 50, wasn't it?
Well, he's the best 50-year-old on the planet, yeah. That's what hence enticed me to come forward and challenge him. You know, me, little 5'8" man, you know, he's fucking 6'5" or 4, whatever he is, you know what I mean? They say he's a big man, he's an ex-pro, he's this, is that. Okay. So he's 100 to 1 to me, isn't he? He's got the odds against, I've got the odds against me, haven't I? Eh?
He's had 100 and odd fights on hard
road. I've got the losing against me. And he's had 100 fights. He's won every one of them. Yeah, he's done 100 grand. Well, we know about that, don't we? You've had so much money sitting in there. I think cut the grand did it to the one who comes out with information. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Listen, I challenge him. I'm proud of challenging him. You know, I'm not going to open my mouth and challenge someone if I don't think in my heart, yeah, I could do it. I'm only challenging because who I am, what heart I've got and what desire I have, and I know what I could do. Yeah, simple. It's only a challenge. It was a gentleman's challenge. He eventually agreed, and then we had it set for May the 28th, 2 years ago. Yeah, in the Rise of the Foot Soldier #4, where Conor Ben, I think Conor Ben was fighting in the ring that day as well. That's still there today in Tottenham, in a warehouse. You know, it was ready to go. Yeah. Backwards and forwards with the contracts with Spencer. Didn't come back to us. That's when I called him a chicken. John must be a chicken, and you're a fucking weasel because you're in hospital with your big toe or something. You had to take some time. Fucking text me. Be professional. You know what I mean? Text me, Mick. Sorry, I ain't got back job. I'm in hospital. Blah blah blah. But you had to tell no, my trainer that. You know, got nothing against you, Spence. Got nothing against John. Right? All it is me want to fight you as a challenge. You've accepted me, and then you know you'll go all funny with me. You know what I mean? It's simple. I'm not fucking. It's simple. I'm just offering you. I want to fight you because you say you're the best. I'm older than you. If you're 54, I was 56 at the time, and I believe you know I can beat you. Simple. Nothing against you. No hatred against you. No malicious against you. I ain't got nothing against no one in this life. It was a pure gentleman's challenge, and you know what? At the time, it was for the NHS. You know. But at least we can do something nice. I thought that, you know. In a ring, swearing, proper judges, referee, Queensberry rules. That's the call out. You either want it or you don't want it. Yeah, you called it on. You said, yeah, I want it. You fucking bodybuilder, don't want to know you, don't want this, don't want that. I'm at every show, get on the
Don't know you, don't want to know you.
You know, and I've done what I can do, you know. So listen, I'm not going to slag you off because you ain't come forward and fought me. Listen, it's your problem, not my problem. I've offered you. You don't want to accept, you know, accept it or don't accept it, but you accepted it. But then you don't want to fight me. Not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I don't call you names because you haven't come forward. I've never done that on the internet. I've never slagged you off. And that is it. I'm a gentleman, yeah? And I stand my grounds and I stand for what I say, yeah? If I'm wrong, I say, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm man enough to do that, you know. I will bow to someone and say sorry because I'm out of order if I've done something wrong. But that's what it is. It was a pure challenge. Obviously, you wanted it at the beginning, John, and then you didn't want it. But it's history, and tomorrow's a mystery. So you never know what's going to happen in life, do we? John might step up to it later on and say, you know what, come on, you fuck, I want to get this out of my life. Yeah. Because I'm not looking bad at this. John's looking bad, obviously. You're looking bad, John, not me. But anyway, it is what it is. We're hitting Christmas time, and I just would like to wish everyone a happy Christmas and a lovely New Year, and a healthy one, especially. I know there's a new variant come out. Forgot the name, Comedia or something. What's it called? Something.
Omicron.
Omicron. You know what? I think they got so much rubbish. These people. The government, whoever they are, whoever they're coming from, I think they're just winding up the whole population. And God knows, I don't know what to say about this virus. You know what I mean?
Mick, have you had your jabs?
No, I won't have the jab because I don't believe in the jabs. No.
Do you feel?
I think why put poison into your body? There's people rolling over and dying through the jab. You know, people getting ill. You know, you go into hospital, you ain't coming out. That is a fact. You know, I know a nurse personally, and she said to me that she hasn't had a jab. She said it takes 10 years of research to even get a medicine to you know to resolve a certain bug or whatever it is, a virus. You know, so that's just coming from a nurse. You know what I mean? In a big hospital, respected hospital. She hasn't had it and she don't believe in it, and she said it's disgusting. This is coming from the nurse. People are coming in from car accidents, COVID, and you've got vans pulling up and fucking taking dead bodies around it. I think they're just killing people off, you know. And if you're on, especially the old age pensioners, you know, you're going in hospital, you ain't coming out. It stops the government from paying their pension, doesn't it? How much pension are they saving by just giving a little jab, have a little bit more? Oh, that's it, she's gone. COVID, out next. Do you know? This is what's going on in the society. This is reality, you know? But we don't hear it or see it, yeah? That's it. And the older ones need to get the jab because they're the ones that are going to die. But giving an older person a virus will kill them anyway. You're putting poison into that old person because they're going to go. and they'll help them on the way once they jab it. God knows what else they're putting with that jab, because they're not paying the pensions off, are they? They stopped paying the pensions. Why are they wasting all this money on these old people? But what they're doing is they're getting rid of the pension and then supporting the people that are around that's got the businesses, giving them grants. You know what I mean? So in the end, they're not losing money because they've cut a lot of pensioners. Yeah, deaths gone. So instead of giving that to the pensioners, they're giving it to the businesses to survive, basically. So they're back to square one. They haven't lost any money. They're just talking about millions of billions of pounds being lost, but they ain't lost nothing because they've wiped out the pensioners and whoever else younger they can hit or grab hold of, you know. And there are people rolling over and having blood clots and all sorts of things we hear. But what about the things that we don't hear? Yeah. You know, but listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just giving you my personal views. Yeah. And that's it.
You'll think
anyway,
all
happy Christmas to everyone, a great new year and a healthy one, especially. And let's hope whatever bugs out there, we can all get together and fight it. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I've got to say to everyone out there. And I love you all, whoever's watching, even the haters, we love you all. And that's it. Listen, there's no menace inside me, you know. I've got no grief or anything with anyone out there. Yeah? I'm a lover. And that's it.
Yeah.
Not a hater.
Yeah. You're always drinking Costa, Mick.
I love me coffee. It's either get in, got 12, was it 2 o'clock to you today? Get in and make one and have you waiting, or grab one on the way. So
have you used that coffee machine, Mick, yet?
No, not yet. Russell bought me a coffee machine, bless him. It's still there, but I'm gonna you know what, when I'm finished this Zoom, I'm gonna get it out. Next time we're having a podcast or whatever. Sorry?
Not tech-minded, are you?
Tech-minded, I ain't technical, mate. Ain't technical. Listen, I'll have it out there next time we're doing one, okay? You know what? We'll even invite John Fury for a nice fresh cup of coffee beans, special beans. He's welcome.
You and John would probably get on. Tea.
Listen, tea, no problem. We've got loads of good tea. Yeah, we got all the assortments of tea if you want. I'll have a box of everything for him. Listen, at the end of the day, we're two grown men, yeah, and that's it. You know what I mean? No malice between it. You know, I don't have a problem with John, and I'm sure he deep down inside he had a problem with me. Although maybe he was a bit embarrassed that he didn't come out and fight me. But listen, there's no menace or anything against John. You know, John. You know what? Everyone out there, in my eyes, they're lovely people. If they've done wrong, if they've said wrong, you know what? There's always forgiveness there, and you know what? What's life all about at the end of the day? You know what I mean?
Mate,
you know.
Are you unhappy that IFL were coming down to see you and they took the videos off the channel interviewing you about fighting John?
Well, we know why, don't we, Russ?
Yeah.
If them videos don't come, we don't get access to anyone else. But anyway, this is the way we are in the world, you know. Yeah. If they feel that they can, well, they ain't taking all the videos. There's still some out there, and we've seen them. So, but listen, Coogan ain't a bad guy. You know, we had a bit of a laugh and a joke and a giggle. He's just doing his job, isn't he? At the end of the day.
Yeah, he's played game well, Coogan. Actually, and
he's all right. Coogan. He's all right. Yeah. Listen, everyone's all right in my eyes, and I don't have a menace for anyone. You know, just. Listen, it's good to just wake up and be alive in this world, isn't it? You know, and being healthy. And now, Russ, you know about that now because you're going through a little bit of a condition, you know.
No.
So only till things happen in our life, we think, wouldn't it be nice just to wake up with no pain, no hole in your stomach, you know, no broken, no this, you know. Only till someone's had an accident in this life that we think, hang about, wouldn't it be nice just to get up and walk? Or wouldn't it be nice, I'm having a shower, just to bend, stretch my arm over and clean the back of my neck, or try and bend it round here, or you know what I mean? Be healthy. Healthy is the wealth. Once you've got health, you're wealthy, mate. Because when you've got wealth and you're unhealthy, it's simple, isn't it? Would you rather be a multi-millionaire and not be well, or would you rather be well and skin?
Well and skint, mate. That's my motto at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people say, isn't it? Because money can't buy health at the end of the day, you know. So we're all here on this planet, you know. we've got to respect one thing: waking up and being healthy is the number one thing in this life, you know. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Keep yourself fit, keep yourself, keep control your diet, and you won't have all these illnesses like, you know, cholesterols and sugar diabetes and all these things. Just control your body's diet in a week. And like I say, again, you know, strict diet in the week, and weekends have a pig out and you know, back to normal Mondays. But that's what I've got to say about everything at the moment. And you, Russ, what's you?
I was going to ask you what you thought about quick few questions on boxing. Dylan White's Tyson Fury. WBC have said the camps have got to go into talks and make the fight. Who do you think wins the fight, and do you think it happens?
Well, as far as I'm led to believe and what I've seen on the internet, I think that fight's going to happen. Who do I think's going to win? There's only one winner out of that. Come on, Russ.
Yeah, we know that Tyson probably takes
the big man, the singer, the joker, the dancer, the destroyer, Tyson Fury.
You think that Joshua will swerve Usyk?
Honestly, I think Joshua's got to a point in his career, it's becoming money now. He thinks if he can, well, I think the figure is 40 mil. He's thinking, if I take this 40 mil, I'm still going to get a fight down the road, yeah? But if it was me, I'd feel like, hey, about my pride's hurt because he's beat me. I want to rematch and put him away. I still got a big fight down the road, yeah? But if he does what he's going to do, and if he does step aside, yeah, he's nicking 40 mil, less whatever he's got to pay out, he's still nicking 40 mil, and he'll be contracted to fight the winner out of them two, whether it's Usyk and Tyson, you know? If that's on contract and that's agreed, I think he'll step aside because he's nicking 40 mil for nothing and he's still going to be in the fight later on. But the only thing he hasn't fought or rematched Usyk, because Usyk beat him, that would hurt me inside that he's beating me and I'll let him get away with it for a few quid. Because as Joshua said, it's not about the money, it's about pride, it's about who I am, yeah? So personally, I believe that he's going to step aside, look at the business aspects of it, nick the 40 mil and fight him later on down the line. That's what I believe. I might be wrong.
If it's about pride, why aren't he fought Wilder or Fury by now or Luis Ortiz?
I don't think he was ready for them, Russ, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but once he won that world title against Charlie Martin, there's not, in my opinion, you can't be coming out with a learning on job. You're a world champion, step up to the plate and fight other good guys.
At the end, Russ, who is Charles Martin in the day? He's a nobody. He ain't a fucking champion, is he? Oh, he's led
champion. Joshua got him, didn't he?
That's what I just said to you.
You mean it weren't a good champion?
Come on, mate.
That's it. Nice and long. Here we go. 1, 2. Stop. Hold your feet. 1, 2. Left up. That's it. Turn. Boom, boom, boom. Turn. Yeah. Let's do it slow to start with. Jab and hand. Yeah. So we turn the hips. Let's get them hips. Yeah. So when that right hand comes over, yeah, we've committed now. We've committed. Bang. Yeah. So where we're going from there? Yeah, look where the hips are, look where the right hand is. Bang, yeah? Bring it down, yeah? Not wild. We turn the right hand over. We look at the target. Boom. We bring the left up round, yeah? Just 1, 2 to start with. 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2. 1, 2 left up. Boom, boom. Bang, and again. Boom. Now come on. Target. 1, 2 left up. Come on. Target. Come on. There we go. And again. Here we go.
The heavyweight nowadays division, you know, is not like it used to be back in the day, you know. But listen, Britain's come a long way. And my heart goes right out for them and with them. You know, I don't think there's been as many British champs, world title British champions for many years. I don't think we've even hit up there, really, having 2 or 3, 4 of the best in the world. Do you know?
Yeah, well, when you look at it, there's Joshua, Tyson Fury, Joe Joyce, Huey, Dylan White. There's 5 there, isn't there?
Yeah. You know, we've never been in that position to have something. It was always the Yanks were the best, wasn't it? It was all about America, you know. It was all about America in bodybuilding back in the day until Dorian fucking stepped on stage, you know, and gate crashed the place and started taking all the titles. And you know, we were all saying, well, what the Americans taking to win these shows, and now it's what the UK is taking to win, or Europe are taking to, you know, to win these shows. But we could say that in the boxing, in the bodybuilding world, but in the boxing world, it's well, hey, man, fucking hell, they're all jumping out of the woodwork in the UK now. You know what I mean? They've got some good fighters over here, you know, and they've done well and proud for the country. You know, I'm looking at Tyson; he's done amazing, isn't he? Yeah. He's done. I mean, listen, Wilder's a dangerous dude. You know what I mean? You see what he's done to Tyson, and it's amazing what Tyson just flipped up and woke up from it after 5 seconds in the counting, or 6 seconds, or whatever it was. Bang! They woke up. What the fuck's going on here? I'm up. You know. I think that shocked the world, wasn't it? In heavyweight boxing, to see that someone get knocked out like that and think game done, it's finished. Yeah. I mean, normally the ref would normally go, that's it, wouldn't they? But I don't know how this ref is allowed. He's out cold and he's still counting. Answer me that question. How does that work, Russ? I'm not technical in these things.
Right,
you are.
Count him out because he was a Bob Arum fighter, wasn't he?
That's why I kept him counting.
Yeah, it was a slow count as well, wasn't it? But that's not Tyson's fault, is it?
No, it's not Tyson's fault. You know what? It's like fucking get up. If someone's grabbed him, innit? And get up.
Undertaker job, wasn't it? Wrestling.
Yeah, amazing. You know, and I think that was one of the best knockout and getting up on the 12th round, wasn't it? It was like make or break. I think that's what made the fight so exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good fight. The second, they've all been good. It was a good trilogy, one of the best trilogies I've seen. That as good as the Riddick Bowe Holyfield one.
Yeah, amazing.
I hope him and Joshua get a trilogy going at the exciting fights. But at the moment,
Joshua's got a chance against Tyson. Honestly, listen. If look at the state of Usyk. I think Derek Chisora done well with Usyk. I think he roughed him up. And I think it is right what Usyk said after the fight. He fought 3 out of 10. Because when I've seen him fight, I thought, this guy's meant to be one of the best everyone's talking about. I thought, he's nothing special. And I thought, honestly, my money wasn't Derek anyway. And I think Derek gave him a good roughing up anyway, didn't he? He went on to him. He never stopped. I
agree with that. I just think that Usyk was playing with him. It was like a sparring session to him. I've seen Usyk on film spar Vladimir, only for brief seconds on a Sky Sports thing when I think Vladimir were getting ready for David A and Johnny Nelson were raving about him and he was saying, that guy there's just set about Vladimir. He's one to watch for the future. And he's ended up unified world champion, hasn't he? Now Usyk and
yeah, so quick.
Olympic gold medalist. You know, everything he touches, he turns to gold, doesn't it, so to speak? So, but all right then, Mick. Well, listen, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome, mate.
Enjoyed
long
it.
Time.
Been a long
time. Speak quite often, but you know,
spending a Zoom for a bit, have we?
You with your illness, and I hope you're getting better. And you must be repairing, isn't it? It's nearly there.
I'm about 6 weeks off having cameras stuck down my throat, you know, to film in my stomach. Well, going to
do you remember when this all happened? Everyone thought you were just fucking full of shit and gone off. We didn't see you for a while, but I know what was happening to you. They didn't, but you proved it, and you come forward like a man and showed them all the. You know, that's very personal what you showed them. I would never show people that. I'd just say fucking.
Just be basic. Well, do you know what, mate? Don't forget, I'm in a strange country. Nobody speaks English. I didn't have a phone. I lost my phone, and I've got my camera there and out to eat. And I'm like, what am I going to do here? There's TV's on, and it's all Turkish, apart from Bloomberg. You know, that stocks and shares program. I thought I'm going to end up going stir crazy here, me, unless I end up doing a bit of film.
Good move, wasn't it? Stir crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember that Indian picking that thing up after fucking throwing it through? Could have done that from day one, couldn't he? Instead of winding people up and then go through what they are.
Yeah. I got through it, and maybe I shouldn't have put it out there, but people thought I were hiding from Spencer Fearon. He's going to have his teeth done. He's hiding. Look, I'm not hiding. I just couldn't get back. Couldn't get back. I couldn't get out of the country.
Well, plus you're the only one that's ever exposed what happened to you out of the boxing industry. Apart from like Tommy's, obviously showed something the other day, which was nice to see. But was it Tommy's? I don't know.
Tommy's what?
Tommy's exposed something like his ribs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Fury's exposed.
The only ones that have done that out of everyone, you know.
Yeah, well, I had to do it, didn't I?
People are talking about, you know, everyone's saying about Billy Joe Eddie's cheekbone or eye socket broken. Well, where's the X-rays on that? And that would have got him out of trouble, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Russell at the moment, well, hang about. Here we are. Here's all the footage. While I was in Turkey, he's fucking look. You've opened me up. They've stitched me. They've done this. They've done that. And it's still an ongoing thing with you, and you expose it all the time, which is I couldn't do things like that. Expose myself. It's for me, it's personal.
Yeah, if people don't know, well, they assume in their head, like, oh, I mean, I read something. So he's out.
People that you need to be shut up, you shut them up, which was I was proud of you.
Yeah, well, people will say, you know, he's hiding, or he's off his head in Turkey, or he's not really in Turkey, or whatever it's like. And people were telling me, and I thought, well, when I get home and that, and then they put the video together, and that they'll see, don't they? But it is what it is, isn't it? Look, if you put yourself out there, you've got to be prepared to take it on the chin. I speak about other people. I mean, Tommy Fury's rib, has he broke it? Personally, I don't know, but I'd like to think he has. But anything that they say, I don't believe anyway. Because once you tell a lie to me, what else you say is no good. So I can't get on board with this rib injury and all that, because he looked all right week before, didn't he?
I don't know, right? Let me pause you there, because when he was training with Big John Fury,
turn up. That's all I want you to do. Turn up.
Oh, I've mentioned his name. I should have mentioned that, really. No, when John was giving the medicine ball on Tyson, yeah, and Tyson got up and got Tommy on the floor, yeah, and he was banging it on Tommy really hard, yeah. And he said, "Oh, what was that? What hit? You know what I mean? Was that your tit, or was that your rib?" Or anyway, so he's turned over the side, and he's bang, 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 and he said, "Turn over there, grab round me, but twist to the side, so you're exposing your ribs anyway." And he was really pounding him, you know. And I think that could have done the damage. Personally, this is how I look at it, my personal view on it. Yeah. So I would say, did they or didn't they? I would say, yeah. I would say he has got a broken rib, because I could see what. Listen, I do a lot of that work, what they're doing, and if you're not used to it, yeah. Listen, I've been doing this before. I was doing boxing years ago. You know what I mean? When I was doing weights years ago. And if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to take it, you know, you're going to break a rib, you know. You're not meant to do it in the ribs. You do it in the muscles, you know what I mean? Your obliques, your sides, your fronts, you know. You don't fucking whack it on a rib. You break a rib. And listen, when you got a broken rib, Lenny McLean broken ribs, you know. Not ashamed to say. You're lying in bed one morning and you never think about your rib. You just wake up normally and it's like, straight away you can't move, you know what I mean? It's like, you lose 1 minute and then you have to tighten up because, you know, you've got a problem. Even talking, you'd have to stay still. You can't really move. You've got to really move slowly, you know, and put a waistband on it, you know. And it's not a nice feeling. But anyway.
If Lenny were here now, what would he think?
He's on Tommy. Listen, I like Tommy. I think he's a good lad. I like everyone out there, you know what I mean? I've got no, like, anything bad about people, because like I say, it's best to wake up healthy in this world and get on with life. You know, life's hard enough with all this what's going on in the world, and you know, why do people, human beings, want to argue and cause friction and cause all this in their life? You know what I mean? Right. Just everyone to their own, get on with their life and enjoy themselves and be healthy is the main thing in this world. You know what I mean? As you get older, you want to be healthy and just be happy. You know what I mean? And put a bit of food on the table and enjoy it, you know.
Mick, if Lenny were here now, what would he make of it all?
Make up of what, of the whole what's going on in the world?
Yeah. What would he make of it all?
You know what? Lenny was a decent guy. You know, a lot of people call him bullies. You know what I mean? Maybe more people call him bullies when he weren't here because they can get away with it. You know, but they would never say it to his face. If you knew Lenny personally, he was just a nice man, you know what I mean? He respected and loved his kids. He wouldn't let the kids go about anything, you know what I mean? He'd always get new cars. His kids were his pride, you know what I mean? They were his babies, you know what I mean? I've seen them from young age, the kids growing up with him, you know what I mean? How he treated them. He was a gentleman. Listen, his job was going to a club or a fucking warhouse, you know what I mean? Control war people. People don't want to fucking get in clubs and shooters and knives and guns and all sorts. And he'd been shut up the arse before, you know what I mean? And that was his job. So if you think not any man can stand on the front on a door of a pub or club or a fucking rave or whatever, you know, it takes balls to stand up and face all that violence, all the guns, all the knives, and whatever comes with it, the abuse and spitting and all sorts goes on them front doors. You can't get in. People, and I don't comprehend why people get so upset because they can't go into a nightclub and then dance with some music. It's fucking crazy. And they want to come back and shoot people. I mean, my club, we had it for 15, 16 years, you know what I mean? I'd get police coming down to me on a Friday night. You'd have to close tonight. Why? We've got a challenge. There's going to be a drive-by shooting tonight. That's all great. Well, we've got vests on anyway. So, you know, you can be across the road as a sweeper or dustman or this or that. Let's get together and do it. It don't work that way, mate. I said, what if it's a bank? You wouldn't you? You wouldn't shut the bank. You'd pull up everywhere. Postman, you know, fucking road sweepers, you know, fucking milk float. You'd be everyone, you know. He said, yeah, we can't do that. We don't work that way. And this was going on for a long time in my place, you know.
Well, it was shutting you down every now and then, yeah?
Yeah. On all weekends is when you take your good money. And eventually, because it was happening quite a lot of times, eventually they put a van across the road, like a big, massive, long police vans with cameras on them as a deterrent, I think.
Okay.
But no, we had a lot of that back in the day, you know. And there's some naughty people out there, isn't it? If they want to work, listen, they're the old days anyway. There's no point in going and talking about the club days. But no, this is society we're living in, you know. Nowadays, you get a youngster from a different. It's about if you're in the wrong postcode, you know, especially in London, you're in the wrong postcode, right? That gang will do you, and they'll stab you up, you know, or they shoot you. 13, 14-year-olds, you know. You ain't got a big man, you know, a fruitcake and whatever. They just fucking shoot you, mate. Nowadays, you know. They don't care, these youngsters.
Yeah.
You know, we think about the days of Ronnie Curry and Ronnie and Reggie. You know, the villains, the crime boys. You know what I mean? The London gangsters. You know, listen, mate. These 13, 14-year-old kids are doing worse than what they've ever done. You know, it's how the society's become. You know, and there's a lot of people shouting their mouths off on social media and doing this and saying that and yeah, blah, 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 you know, as they do. Wrong thing to do these days because you know what? It's all recorded, number one. Number two, you know, they're shouting and screaming their heads off and whatever they want to, you know, big themselves up and then things happen, things go wrong. And then what?
Yeah. Let's just all hold hands, Mick, and say we are the world. Let's heal the world, Mick.
Can you get that on this after this podcast? That song out.
We are the world. We are the world. We are the future.
Get it on there, Russ.
Yeah,
it might throw something out to the youngsters out there, you know. But the youngsters don't give a monkey's of it. They're just getting on and doing it because they're the boys. They're the men. They're the boys from the hood, you know. But yeah, it's been good talking to you today. It's not a thing I really do anymore podcasts because I don't know. Listen, Russ, I speak to you quite a bit, yeah, and the amount of shit and abuse and crap that comes through that internet, through social media, and the slagging off you get and the humiliation you get. I've got nothing to say, mate. I just, you know, I don't know. You put up with all this shit, you know what I mean? You're just making a living, mate. You're just not even just about making a living on this channel, you know what I mean? And you're worth the abuse you get. I take my hat off to you, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm thick-skinned, aren't I?
You're very thick-skinned, mate. You stood by fucking me, by slim as by thick, mate. You were there by my side, mate. Even the day they wanted to come down, mate, it was me, you, and Max here. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
who we are,
a bit of a
what
gig,
we are.
wasn't
It's who we are and what we are. You know.
we? Yeah.
Fucking all the way down.
Max were sliding in a couple of Volvo on A1.
But listen, he turned that, mate.
He turned up, he just needed a new diaper.
He just needs a bit of inspiration, a bit of pushing forward, and because he's going to be the head leader, won't he?
Max he's a good kid, Max. He can't play snooker. He's practicing snooker today. Next door to his gym, there's a snooker centre.
Right.
He'd probably be having lessons on quiet, won't he, Max?
He's a good lad.
He's loyal.
Listen, he's a big teddy bear at the end of the day.
A big cuddly teddy bear.
He's a big cuddly teddy bear. He doesn't mean harm to anyone. He's that type of guy. And I don't think people should be offering him out because
he
he's not
played professional rugby league, Mick, for all.
Maybe you should go back to that.
He had a company car and lot. They give him all Mini Coopers, didn't they? All then.
But he's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big lump. I mean, running around on a rugby field, grand a week with a contract and a company car. That's not bad, that is it?
Volvo.
They want a Volvo. He'll never live it down with this Volvo, Max, really, since I've put that out. It's not a bad car he's got, actually. I think it's a 65 plate, isn't it? It's in good nick, but I've got a thing about Volvos. I always get stuck behind one on some country lane, and they're always towing a caravan. It just does me head in, mate.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
But that could be you in a caravan getting towed and someone fucking beep, 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 beep. And go, come on, yeah. Look at that way, did you?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right then, Mick. Well, listen, thanks for coming on. It's been a real tonic, and we'll keep in touch. Right,
definitely. I'd like to give a big thank you to all my sponsors that were there for me when, in need, I suppose, and advertising and all that. And a special thank you goes out to Ray from Lanterns Recovery. He's worldwide, that guy. He's mega. So anyone out there needs a breakdown, recovery, ring up Lanterns. They're international. So if you're going international, you're heading abroad, take one of their cards or get the number on there and they'll pick you up. They're all over the place. Thank you again, everyone who sponsored me. And who knows, 2022, it might be getting it on.
You never know. We just need Big John to...
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here for John if he wants me. I'm not shut down, but I'm not going to be chasing him anymore. But anyway, for everyone out there, the Furies, everyone else, happy Christmas and a healthy New Year to everyone. And God bless you all.
All right. Peace out, mate. Cheers, pal. Bye.
Just to let you know, Dave Caldwell, that these allegations are not going to go away. This is just the beginning. So I think you need to come out and do an interview. I mean, any other time, we can't get you off IFL, Behind the Gloves, Seconds Out, Boxing Social, Fight Hype. We can't get you off YouTube. So you need to come out and answer these allegations. You're more than welcome to come on Porky's Corner. You can do it by Zoom. You don't have to do it in your gym. You can do it by Zoom. And I'll ask you these questions from these lads. All right? And then once you've answered them, then I'm going to play a card that I've got up my sleeve and put this to bed. All right? So come out, wherever you are.
Oops. There you go, Mr. Caldwell. Stop rubbing things out.
Turn up. Turn up. That's all I want you to do. Turn up.